Guess what I saw? Oh, snap! Guess what I saw?
Good morning, YouTube. This is Alvin Tostig for ATTV. We have a very special episode today. We'll be introducing the 10 most interesting people. When I started doing this, I was considering doing a of the year, but I said, F it. Let's do it of the decade, because we're winding down on the decade, and these people are very interesting. So they will be profiled today. I asked a few for comments, but unfortunately I didn't save the comments, so we only have one saved. It will be read though. Okay, so 10 most interesting people of the decade. Here we go. Number 10. This person, he came real late into the decade. I've heard a lot about him. He's often been compared to yours truly, and he has literally a lot of similarities between us. Same personality. I think he's more of a bully than I am. I'm a nice guy. I'm benevolent. I think when he makes fun of someone, he's very malicious. So it'd be interesting to see what he has to say about today's episode. But anyway, number 10 is Chatter NYK, who's also poster, JUCO student. Again, a lot of similarities between us. He's gone to several schools. He's in therapy. He's a bit of an abrasive figure. So, there's really not. I don't know a lot about him because he came onto the scene so late, just within the last few weeks of the decade, really. But I've heard about him for a long time, and I felt that he should be honored. He had a funny quote that he wanted me to say from him, but I couldn't remember it, and I accidentally deleted it. So sorry, NYK. Moving on, number 9, Thrower. He came on strong in the summer chats. He's more of a nerd than I would say BPR is, and BPR likes to flaunt his nerdiness. Thrower is a nerd without being cool, though there are some cool aspects of him, but he's less cool and more of a nerd than BPR. But there's not a lot to say about him because he just disappeared, proving a theory that it's better to burn out than it is to fade away. So, moving on, number 8, the only girl on the list, the only vagina appearance we'll be having today, Fangirl. She is one of the 2 people on this top 10 list who doesn't suck at life. She has prospects for success. She does well in school. Did she graduate from Buffalo, or is she about to graduate from Buffalo? I don't know. But she's smart. She's intelligent. She was active in a lot of game threads, and she was loyal to the team for years and years. Now it seems that she's gone, but I think she'll be back. What people don't know about her is that how much consideration she got when there was an opening in the Fantastic Four. How much consideration she got for to be the 4th member, but she probably, I would say she was 2nd or 3rd, but she ultimately lost to Jamie. So number 7, Electrophile. I said earlier that Fangirl is the only girl on the list. Well, the jury's still out on Electrophile. She's a hog. She claimed to have sex on a washing machine once, but I remember one time, it must have been summer of 2008, I was talking to DBR on AIM and about Facebook, and he got Electrophile's email address, and he went to Facebook to try to look her up, and there's no picture of her on her profile, but there was all her friends' pictures were, the friend list pictures were up, and all her friends weighed, they went around 300 to 400 pounds, so she probably weighs somewhere in that weight range, but it seems that she's going to. She just, one of the funniest was Ixkyuncle. He got mad mad at her, and I've never seen Ixkyuncle react like that. I'll link the thread, but I don't have it on hand right now. I wish I did, though. I'm sure it was just hilarious. Moving on to number 6 on our list is BPR. He is he fortified his hold on as probably the biggest stoner we have. He's a member of the Fantastic Four. I think as I've said earlier, he's lost his identity, and that's why he doesn't crack the top 5. He lost out on Girl A and Girl B. He lost to a guy named Gilbert. He had rough points of the decade, but he also had great points, and he's good. He had a good decade on the internet. Number 5. I don't know enough about this guy to give him anywhere higher. If we knew more, he'd be higher. But he is just a man of mystery. He is Ixkyuncle. Here's what we do know about him. He's Chinese. He went to Virginia Tech. He has a sister. He doesn't believe in cable. He's a bit of a I can't really think of the word, but he's a little hyper sometimes, and he just internet yells a lot. He's evolved a lot from being influenced by myself, BPR, and Nick. You look at his posts from 2006, and then you look at his posts from 2009. They're completely different. And they're for the better, but he's also the first person to ever be kicked out of the Fantastic Four. So, but that's the one negative about him, and also he posed as a guy named Bender for 7 months, and no one would know, but it was the greatest half joke, because other times we would completely admit that he was Bender, and other times we would defend him against accusations that he is Bender.